Master bringing you part 5 of Fossil Fighters. Last episode, we met Pauline and Professor Nigel Scatterly and learned that there is a monster in Jungle Labyrinth. So today, we are going to see if we can take out the monster in Jungle Labyrinth and also do our second cup battle. So when you get to Jungle Labyrinth, I forgot to tell you this last episode, but you'll see like a path over here that's right here. It's going to be blocked off until later in the game, so you have to go through this path. Also, you'll find a blocked path back here, but also that's going to be blocked until later in the game, so... The first block path that we came across only leads you to this section, so it's just a quicker way to get to the back part down back here, which is where that other back block path leads. So the game warned us that we're gonna have to battle, and then Pauline says, "I'm actually excited to see what this monster looks like, and I know it's excited to see me." Pauline says, "Well, this is the deepest part of the jungle, but I don't see a monster anywhere." Then a monster says, "Gar." And then when you see the monster, it is clearly a fake. And then Pauline says, "Prepare to meet your doom at the hands of Pauline, the most beautiful fighter in the land." And then it just breaks. Then Jerry says, "Aw man, the darn thing broke." Lee says, "Well, it's been scaring off fighters 24/7. I'm surprised it lasted this long. Come on, let's see if we can fix it." Then Pauline says, "Hold on the phone. Hold the phone, what's going on? Are you telling me this monster is just some kind of fake?" "Haha, you're smarter than you look, girl. Yeah, it's a big old fake. Me and Lee here built it ourselves." "Yeah, but it was a really good fake. All the fighters were too scared to come to this part of the jungle. And that meant we could take all the fossil rocks we wanted. Pretty smart, huh?" But then Jerry says, "Yep, old Mr. Monster here did his job real well. But now you know our little secret, and we can't be having that, now can we? Let's lock them up somewhere until they forget, eh, Jerry?" "Hold it right there," Pauline says. I can deal with your fake monster. I can even deal with your dumb names, but no one locks me up. Alright, Master, you take that fighter, and I'll take this one. Here we come." So we end up battling Jerry, and he is using a Nikto and an Animolo. So since the 3 Vivosaurs we are using take up so much FP, we can't even attack this turn. So we have to wait a turn. And then Animolo uses Animolo Twist against Omius, and it does a critical 3 damage. So now we are going to use Lordly Strike against Animolo, which does 139 damage. Then Nikto uses Beak Strike against Omius, which does 1 damage. So again, we don't have enough FP to attack, so we just have to save up. And then Nikto uses Beak Strike, which does 1 damage against Omius. So now we're going to use T-Rex Lord's Lordly Strike against Nikto, which should clearly win us the battle, with it doing a critical 219 damage. And we got 5 battle points from it. And Andarch ranked up. His LP increased by 11, attack increased by 4, defense increased by 2. Also, the only time Vivosaurs increase LP now is when they level up. In Fossil Fighters, they constantly gained LP every time you got battle points. Here, it is strictly to leveling up, like attack, defense, accuracy, and evasion. And Jerry says, "Aw man, we got beat by a couple of punks. They're too tough." Then Stella says, "Are you alright, Master?" Then Stella says, a homemade monster, eh? Now what could this be for?" And then Stella says, "Interesting, so they were scaring off the other fighters in order to claim all the fossil rocks for themselves? Seize them." And Stella says, "You have Todd to thank for my being here, Master. He came running to me in a panic, wailing about how some monster was going to swallow you whole. I was expecting some kind of trouble, but, well, not this. Still, fighters are now free to dig for fossil rocks here, so I suppose it turned out alright. We owe the two of you our thanks." Then the staff say, "We rounded up these 2 ruffians, Stella. What do you want us to do with them?" Then Stella says, "They're disqualified from the Celestial Cup, so you can throw them out of the park. We'll send someone to collect the fake monster as evidence of their actions." Then Stella says, "See you later, Master. You too, Pauline." And Pauline says, "Ha! Serves them right." Then she says, "Hey, so thanks for helping me out, Master. You're pretty good at this. Not as good as me, of course, but pretty good." "Hey, Master, you're alive." Todd says, "Eek, the monster's right here." Then Pauline says, "Stop calling me a monster. I'm a teen idol and a fighter, and my name is Pauline. So if you ever call me a monster again, I'll knock you out." Then Todd says, "Well, if you don't want to be called a monster, you shouldn't wear a mask. Why don't you take it off?" Pauline says, "Nope, sorry, can't do it." And then Todd says, "So we're just supposed to trust you that you're a beautiful teenager? Whatever." Then Pauline says, "How dare you? I'm beautiful, and young, and beautiful. I wear this mask for personal reasons that have nothing to do with you, and that's the end of it. Now, goodbye." What kind of weirdo wears a mask for personal reasons? Then our Paleo Pager says the Celestial Cup Round 2 matches will now begin. Rockin' Billy has been selected as Master's Round 2 opponent. Please get ready, then check in at Ribbler Town's Fossil Stadium. Then Todd says, "Yes, Round 2 is finally starting. I'll meet you back at the Fossil Stadium, alright? You're going to be awesome, I know it." So now we are going to do our second cup battle in Ribbler Island, or in Ribbler's Fighter Station. So we're going to go to the common room and say yes to our round 2 match. Then Rockin' Billy says, "You remember me there, Babaloo? I'm the cat that told you about the vicious monster back in the jungle. Seems you proved that monster was just a big old pussycat. That's some fine work there, uh-huh. I only got one thing more to say. Why'd you have to go and do that? I had a plan to take all of them rare fossils and now it's ruined. Yeah, that's right. I'm in cahoots with them 2 boys that ended up cooling their heels in the Hooskow. So now I get a chance for revenge, and it's gonna taste sweeter than Aunt Mabel's pecan pie. You ready for some heartbreak, kid? 'Cause I'm going to boogie-woogie all over your bad self." And then our next match pits Rockin' Billy against Master. Combat should enter the stadium immediately. Then Rockin' Billy says, "I'm gonna play you like a fiddle in a jug band, Babaloo." So Rockin' Billy is using a Raja, a Parapoo, and a Nijo. So with the Nijo, he enters the battle asleep. So he'll be sleeping when Rockin' Billy first uses him. So first, we're just gonna save up some FP. And then Parapoo uses Parapoo Punch against Diamo, which does 1 damage. So now we're going to use Lordly Strike against Nijo, which does a critical 296 damage and defeats Nijo. Then Parapoo uses Bewilder Beam, which has a chance to confuse, and it does confuse Diamo, which does 1 damage. And then Raja uses Raja Fang, which does 1 damage as well against Daimyo. So Daimyo uses Super Harden against Omius because he's just confused. So now we don't have enough FP to do anything. So Parapoo uses Bewilder Beam against Daimyo, and it does 1 damage again. Daimyo's confused and uses Super Hardened against T-Rex Lord now. Then Parapoo uses Bewildered Beam against Daimyo again and confuses him. And then he uses Super Harden against Omius. And then Parapoo uses Parapoo Punch against Omius, which does 1 damage. And with Daimyo being confused, he uses Super Harden against Omius. Then Parapoo uses Bewilder Beam against Daimyo again and confuses him. So now Daimyo has enough FP to attack, so it uses Daimyo Spin against Raja, which defeats Raja. And just because we don't have any more FP left, we have to stop our attack. Now Parapoo uses Bewilder Beam against T-Rex Lord, which does 1 damage and confuses him. So with T-Rex Lord being confused, he doesn't do anything. Neither does Daimyo. But we're going to set up Omius for our next attack, since he is a long-range Vivasaur. So this is perfect for him. But again, Daimyo gets confused. So then T-Rex Lord is too confused to act. Same thing with Daimyo, but we have enough FP to use Omius X against Parapoo. Which defeats Parapoo. And we won 10 battle points. And Kentro ranked up. LP increased by 14, defense increased by 1. Then Rockin' Billy says, "Ah, possum spit. That ain't how the plan was supposed to go at all. I ain't gonna forget this, Babaloo. I got my eye on you now. And I'll see you fall if it's the last thing I do. Nobody messes with the Rockin' Billy, you hear me? I'm gonna set you, but good." That's enough, Rockin' Billy. That pair of fools we caught in the jungle couldn't wait to implicate you in their scheme. Time to go. There's no escape for you. Let me go. Don't be cruel now. Just let me go. And Stella says, "Don't worry, Master. I'll personally see to it that he's banished from the islands. You just sit back and concentrate on the cup, okay? Oh, and good work on clearing round 2. Here's your prize." And we got Nikto Arms and leveled up. So our FP recharge is now 90 and our FP max increased to 250. And Stella says, "Good luck in round 3. And then Todd says, "Way to go, Master. You're through 2 rounds now. I know you can do this. I'm counting on you." Then Todd says, "Oh wow, the battle after yours must be done already. I can't believe how fast that was. The winning fighter must be really good." Then the announcement says, "The mysterious masked fighter Pauline has won in a masterful performance." Pauline, that's the weird girl from the jungle. And Pauline says, "So, Master, sounds like you got through round 2 as well. Of course you didn't win as fast as I did, or with as much penchant, but congratulations anyways. Don't get any crazy ideas about winning though, because I'm going to be the champ. The most beautiful champion there ever was. Oh, and humble too." And Todd says, "Cram it, sister. My friend Master isn't going to lose to some braggart like you. And if you're so pretty, you should take off your mask and prove it." And then Todd says, "I told you already. I have a personal reason for keeping this mask on. Anyway, I'm sure I have legions of adoring fans clamoring my autograph, so bye." Then Todd says, "She's not going to take that mask off, is she? You know what? I don't think she's pretty at all. In fact, I bet she's a total woofer under that thing." And then our Paleo Pager says, "All round 2 matches of the Celestial Cup are now complete. We have also opened a new dig site, Mount Karakanak. Mount Karakanak is a volcano filled with sheer cliffs and bubbling lava. It's located on neighboring Carnel Isle. Flights to the island are available from the heliport. Then Todd says, "Yay, we finally get to go to Carnel Isle. I've always wanted to go there. I'm going to be the first fighter to set foot there. No one's gonna beat me." So with that, we will conclude today's episode of Fossil Fighters Champions Part 5. Join us next time for Fossil Fighters Champions Part 6.